Hi, welcome to Chris and Laura. I'm Laura. It's been a while since we've been in the kitchen, so today we are going to make a Dutch baby. And what that is a really big pancake. It looks pretty cool. Tastes really good. The kids love it. And they've been requesting me to make the video for a while on making a Dutch baby, so today's the day. Normally, I would use my cast iron skillet, my 10-inch cast iron skillet, but with my oven, it's not big enough. So I need to use like a cake pan, but you can also make this in the 9x13 cake pan. I'm going to use a smaller one, but I'm going to make it work. Alright, well, let's get started on our Dutch baby and I'll show you how to make it. Alright, so first thing you want to do is get your oven preheated to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. And you're going to want to use your lowest rack in your oven. So while that's preheating, you get your pan ready. So either your cast iron or your cake pan, whatever you're using. You just want to make sure it's big enough. So we're going to take a half a stick of butter. It's a 1/4 cup butter. And we're going to put that into our pan. And then we're going to put that into the oven. And while it preheats, it will melt the butter for us. Alright, so I got the oven turned on. I'm going to put my pan inside of there. And while that is going, we'll mix everything else up. So we've got 4 eggs. And springtime, it's the perfect time with all the extra eggs if you have chickens. This is something that's really good to use up those eggs. Alright, we've got 4 eggs. Then we've got 1 cup of flour. We've got 1 cup of milk. And the recipe doesn't call for it, but I'm going to throw in some vanilla. Do a couple teaspoons. And you can do this mixture in a blender and mix it up in there, or you can use a whisk or a hand mixer. I'm going to use a hand mixer today, make sure I get all the lumps out of it. So we've got 4 eggs, 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of milk, and a couple teaspoons of vanilla. We're going to mix that up until it's nice and smooth. Clean up the sides and make sure we get all of it. So we're going to throw in a couple teaspoons of cinnamon. There we go. There also is no sweetener in this. There's no sugar or anything like that in there. So the purpose of melting the butter in the pan is you want to put this into a screaming hot pan. Alright, well that butter's almost ready. We'll come back when it's ready to go. Alright, so our butter's all melted and our oven's hot, so I'm going to bring that out. Be careful doing this. Sometimes that butter will get to splattering, and I have smoked up the whole house before. Alright, so you got your hot pan, your hot butter. You're going to take your mixture and dump it right in there. And it already starts to kind of cook up a little bit. Right, now we're going to get that back in the oven. And it will go into a 425 degree oven for 20 to 30 minutes. So this is what it does. Poofs up and curls up all crazy like. But you don't want to open the oven because it needs to keep the heat in there. But you can do it in a cake pan, you can do it in a cast iron skillet, you can do it in pretty much anything. It does the same thing. It's pretty neat watching it.
Wow, you're serious.
Yeah, once you bring it out is when it starts to fall. So the really cool part is right when you first get it out of the oven. We're not quite done yet. Alright, we're going to call it done. Look at how big that got. Oof. Still got some butter swimming in there. Oh, it smells delicious. Alright, so we're gonna let it cool down just for a few minutes. Cutting into it is tricky. Right. So it's just real thin. And since we put cinnamon in it, we got a powdered sugar glaze here we're going to put on it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That is so good. It's not overly sweet either. The only sweetness you really have is from the glaze that you put on it. So it's whatever you want to put on it. But give it a try. It's fun. The kids love watching it. So I hope you enjoyed today's show, and I hope you give this a try. I'll put the recipe down below. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.